Hi, I'm Jennifer McClellan with New Spaces Design Build Remodeling. Today we're here to do a tour of a 2001 built Rambler located in Apple Valley, Minnesota. Dan and Michelle purchased this home in 2013. Their family's needs have changed quite a bit because they've added 3 children to their family who are now teenagers. They were looking to open up their floor plan to take advantage of the wonderful pond view and the beautiful backyard that they have. They also wanted to remodel the kitchen to make it more functional, to create a more functional layout so they can entertain and do more cooking and family activities in the space. Here is designer Jayme Lennon. He's the designer who completed this project, and we're just going to ask Jayme a few questions about how she came up with the design for this space.
Yeah, absolutely. This was such an exciting project to work on. I love working with clients like this who have young kids in the house, and I know that all the things that we do in their home, they're going to be able to enjoy for years to come. So one of the biggest changes in this remodel that you'll see is where the fireplace is now. It used to be centered here with a huge wall dividing what is now a spacious living room from a kind of large dining space that was very underutilized. So by moving the fireplace and opening this up, they now have an incredibly spacious kitchen to entertain in, a really cozy dining space, and a main level family room all in one area.
Tell me a little bit about how you made the new cabinetry work with the existing space plan and finishes.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the biggest elements in this existing home is their beautiful interior trim, which is cherry. We don't work in houses that have cherry trim very frequently, but that would be a huge cost and a huge element to change. So we opted to keep the existing cherry trim, which you'll see on all the interior doors and windows here, and tie it in with a brand new floor. This floor now is an acacia floor, which is a beautiful exotic species. It's incredibly durable and it has a lot of variation, so it really helped tie in that cherry, but gave us the opportunity to update the kitchen finishes with something a little bit more trendy, going with the white perimeter and this beautiful dark gray on the islands. So everything ended up kind of all working together, but you'd never know that there were so many existing finishes that were still in place within the final product.
Speaking of islands, tell me a little bit about why you decided to use 2 islands in this space.
Oh, sure. So as you can see, this space is quite large. If we kind of walk into the main kitchen here, you'll see that this island is very much, its purpose is to be part of the working kitchen. We've got a prep sink. They actually have an additional dishwasher in this space. They are a large family. They have lots of friends and family over to entertain. So these 2 dishwashers provide a really great function for this particular family. So there's still tons of room to spread out and work in this kitchen, but this island doesn't have seating at it. What's beautiful about the other island is there's loads of seating, but it kind of keeps the crowd out of the kitchen. That's everybody's biggest kind of challenge, right? Is when you have all the people over, they all end up in your kitchen. While in a kitchen like this, it's not a problem anymore because you've got lots and lots of space to spread out and still have your guests nearby.
Since there's no formal dining room in this home, how did you handle the dining needs?
That's a great question. Let's go take a look. So like we were just talking about, there's lots of island seating, which most people would consider a pretty casual seating space. You're gonna have your family dinners here. You're gonna have kids doing homework at the island in the kitchen after school. But when you do have that larger gathering or a special occasion, having that formal dining table is really something that a lot of people would miss. So what we did in this home is they have this great space, but it kind of felt awkward, like there was almost a dining room in addition to a living room. And so now that the kitchen has expanded, we have this beautiful built-in banquette which creates this lovely dining space. Many tables could be expanded for more seating, but this particular table is so spacious that, I mean, really they could easily seat 10, 12 people, especially if there's some kids that you can pile up on a bench at the back. And while they're here, you can enjoy just this beautiful view that they have on the lake, or snuggle up and have the opportunity to watch TV. It really creates just the kind of dining space that you want to stay in for a little bit longer.
I noticed some rustic elements in this design. Tell me a little bit about those rustic elements.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. So being that we are in a little bit of a kind of woodsy area, they've got this beautiful view over the water. We really wanted this to have a little bit of a lake home feel, even though it is still, we're living in the suburbs. So as you'll see over here, we had that beautiful two-sided fireplace in the original space, and the homeowners definitely didn't want to lose that coziness that a fireplace offers. So we've got a three-sided fireplace here, again, adding to that connectedness of these spaces. There's a custom U-shaped mantle, I guess you would call it, and it is made of reclaimed barnwood timbers, and they coordinate with the really cool reclaimed beams that you see on the ceiling here, which creates just some really interesting architecture in the space. That's one of my biggest goals with an open concept, is to not completely lose all the architecture. You don't want to just see a sea of ceiling. So some of the details like these beams really help with that. One of the other details you'll notice is the rivets on the straps, which are also a custom element in the space, and that kind of ties into the same strapping that you see on the custom hood in the kitchen. So those are just a few of the ways that we try to incorporate some more rustic elements to keep the space feeling warm and cozy.
Well, it's truly beautiful. You did a great job.
Thanks so much.
With technology today, a lot of families are looking for a media center in their space that they use every day. Can you tell us about how you incorporated media into this design?
Oh yeah, so many families now want areas for computers, for charging, even a lot of TVs being designed into kitchen spaces more than ever before. I'm a big TV person, so I'm always down to find a good spot for a TV. But in this particular kitchen here, you'll see this whole wall is kind of dedicated to that kind of space. Here on the end, there's a great spot for a computer, place to plug things in and charge, keep kids' crafts and homework stuff right in the forefront where the family's using it every day. Also creates a really great spot for kids to have supervision while on that technology. So we love a space like this. As you'll see, a little bit further down here, we've got tons more storage down below, but then this blank wall creates a really nice spot for a quite sizable TV in this particular home. But what better on a Friday night, or you've got the game on and your family's at the island and you guys can all just hang out and party in your big kitchen all together. So this kind of space is really fantastic, double duty. These countertops here, while from day to day they might not be the workhorse of the kitchen, when you're entertaining a space like this, instantly becomes the buffet where you can put out the food, put out drinks. Just such a valuable add in this space, I think. So one other thing we could, point out, Jen, is the really cool light fixtures in this project. These oversized Edison bulbs just call your attention as soon as you walk in the space.
They certainly do.
They're big. But these fixtures are really cool too, because they're really a combination of kind of an industrial and rustic style, which is perfect for this space. Like we talked about, the strapping and rivets on the beams and the hood kind of plays into that on those light fixtures as well. And then the other finishes on them, the dining fixtures, they have chicken wire on them.
Yeah.
And so
cool.
What's more rustic than that? So it's really just this cool play on the rustic and modern all together. And I just think it's like the perfect jewelry to finish off this space. The other jewelry that can't go unmentioned is the cabinet hardware. It too has this just really cool kind of industrial element and just ties everything all together.
Speaking of the two dishwashers, tell us about the other appliances in this new space.
That's a great thing to talk about, Jen. This particular kitchen has a combination of paneled and freestanding or stainless steel appliances. So if we kind of walk into the space here, we talked about the two dishwashers earlier, and as you'll see, they're both paneled, so they really blend in with the cabinetry. You might not even know that they're there. Same goes for the refrigerator in this space. Again, we talked about that this is a pretty big family. We got hungry teenagers, so you need a lot of refrigerator. The refrigerator and freezer over here are about almost twice the size of a standard refrigerator in most homes. So that is a lot of storage. It too is paneled, so really it doesn't look like the huge elephant in the room. The paneled fronts really help it blend in and look just as beautiful as the cabinets that surround it. There's also a beverage refrigerator tucked in the end of the party island where you can keep beverages or use it for extra storage when you're entertaining. It's really a great add in this space. Over here, of course, this can't go unmentioned. We've got a 48-inch Thermador range. This is a dual fuel, so it has an awesome gas top, and then the ovens have the precision of electric. And since these ovens would never be enough, right? We also have a wall oven and steam oven built into the wall over here. So really, this is what I would consider a professional grade kitchen, but lots of options, lots of great function for this family.
Tell us about the special window in this kitchen.
Yeah, so previously the kitchen sink in the original plan was actually in the corner on the diagonal, like you see in a lot of homes built around this time, with just two little corner windows. What's interesting is this window is just the same size as it originally was, and this window is much larger and brand new to the space. It's a unique functioning window as well, where these two center panels open up. So in the summer, if they want to be handing food or drink in and out to the screen porch right out there, that's something that they can do, and it really, again, expands that living space from their kitchen out into that beautiful backyard and connects with nature on this beautiful property. So one other thing I will mention about this window, we talked about the cherry trim earlier and how we kept it the same and didn't change it out throughout the space. Well, that is true with one exception, this window. So being that the kitchen is all painted white cabinetry, we decided to paint the kitchen window white as well. And I'm doing this a lot in a lot of different remodels where it just kind of helps the window blend in with the new finishes. Even though it's the only one that's different in the space, it really does all work out and keeps the finishes in the kitchen feeling really cohesive.
On this project, they also remodeled their primary suite bathroom. Tell me a little bit about that remodel.
Yes, they did do their primary bath. It was a beautiful space. What the biggest challenge was their vanity space was not functioning the way that they liked, and some of the plumbing fixtures were wearing out, so it was a little bit more of a need than a want. We were able to keep their spacious tub in place, so that was nice to not have to invest in that entire space. But what they did get was a brand new, very spacious shower, new cabinets in the vanity area, linen storage, and all new fixtures to match throughout.
Part of this remodel was also a home office. I know that both of the clients work from home full time. Tell us a little bit about how you designed that office to work for multiple people.
This office was so much fun to design. Like you said, both Dan and Michelle work from home, so it's a highly utilized area. We kind of took what was already working and just improved upon it. New cabinetry offered some better storage and function. We were able to customize areas for them to store printers and have outlets where they need them, things like that. We also added an additional workspace, which is a standing workstation. So it's great for somebody who's maybe just coming in to work briefly, or if you just want to get out of the chair for a while you're, during your workday and be on your feet for a while.
Thank you for joining us on this home tour. If you are considering a project of your own, I hope you'll consider the New Spaces team. You can visit us at newspaces.com or reach out to us by phone at 952-898-5300.
It's been really fun going through this project again with you, Jen. This has been just a wonderful project to work on.
Yeah, it is really beautiful. We're truly blessed with great clients.
It's true.